Well, thank you for stopping in here at the 420 Tarot Lounge. I I do hope everybody is having an awesome day and calling in sovereign. And if you're not having a good day, if you're having a shitty day, have as best a day as you can in the situation you find yourself. We have there's lots going on. Everybody I feel like is at a place of uncertainty, whether that's in their relationships or in their financial situation, where they live, all that kind of stuff. I've decided to sit for this particular reading today. Um, my back's been bothering me a little bit, so I thought I'd better sit down for a couple of days. I didn't put out a reading yesterday because that was an anniversary of sorrow, so for my family. So um, I decided to honor their memory. But that's besides the point. That's about me. This is about you. Now, what I just saw a card flip over. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Well, we'll see as we shuffle now, won't we? I I get the feeling somebody out there, or maybe more than one person, and that's why the energy is so strong, is maybe questioning their previous choices, judgment, Nine of Swords, the Devil, Five of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Yeah, it feels like you're questioning, and then the Hermit, your decisions of the past. Maybe those decisions you had to make on, on, on the fly, or maybe a little bit, maybe you just had to detour a little bit and then try and get yourself back to your path. But it feels like the path that you wanted to follow previous is not the same path you want to follow now. And there may be a little bit of, I think it becomes a realization instantly. So it's not like you mull it over and mull it over and mull it over. It's all of a sudden you're able to walk that path, and now you've kind of changed your mind a bit and you're uncertain. Sovereign is telling me, or saying to me through the cards, that the grief or the grieving that you're going through for the lost path or the missed path, it's only natural. But there's maybe the lessons that you would have learned on that path, I think you've learned on this kind of offshoot. Okay, so you've had different life experiences than what you had expected you would. And maybe those lessons were learned in that, the same lessons, possibly even different ones. So it feels to me like you're where you're supposed to be. Okay, let's get some additional information here, Sovereign. Six of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Judgment again. Eight of Swords. Okay. One more card, Sovereign. One more card, please. Oh, we've got two. Two of Cups and the Hanged Man. Okay. Oh, and then we have the Knight of Cups. So, like I said, it feels like you. I'm kind of getting the feeling that you're a little bit scatterbrained, even at this moment, about what you should be doing or how you should be going about it, and then the grief that comes with realizing that maybe this path isn't the way you want to go anymore. It could be a been there, done that kind of scenario. Now, it seems to me once you open yourself up to the new realized path, um, it seems to me like you're going to embrace it, or you should be embracing it. This may cause you a little bit of discomfort, but at the same time, it will. It feels as though it's going to provide you with a level of abundance that you may not be accustomed to, and that kind of makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. It seems to me that you may find yourself trickling down the what if, um, what if scenarios. What if I had done this instead? Way back here, it feels to me like you have a tendency to come back and analyze, but it seems there's with this Two of Cups and the Hanged Man, the Two of Cups behind here. Okay, there is new connections, new prospects, new or opportunities to strengthen them. So this could be a financial path. This could be a romantic path. This could also be a spiritual path. The I'm gonna get our advice from the Rider Waite Smith this time. I haven't had this deck out in a while. Hasn't called on me. Okay, Sovereign, advice here. Advice here. Because it seems to me that okay, Seven of Cups. Boy, new paths, new choices. Okay, there's a card that flipped over. The Fool. Oh, there's another card flipped over. Two of Swords and the World. Okay. And then we have the Star. Okay. So the advice here, um, the the cups that you are, we'll say, grieving over here, the path that you once thought you wanted to take, um, continually, especially with this Eight of Swords here, uh, but keep bringing yourself back to that frequency level. My readings are timeless and for entertainment purposes only. It's going to create the havoc that the devil energy emits. It seems to me that you've already made up your mind on or not made up your mind, but you not up. You just have to excuse me for a second. I just need a moment to soak in this feeling. Once you are presented with this decision, and it seems to me that you have to have a level of commitment already, um, and then once it's presented, you need to be able to grab hold of it wholeheartedly. And this new path is going to set you on a trajectory to bring you to closure on something. It seems to me this closure is very personal. I want to thank everybody for stopping in if I haven't already. And I want to, if you enjoy my interpretation, smash that like button, pass that puff. Let's share some energy, show some love. Yes, we are. This is intriguing because it seems to me that you're the one holding yourself back. So, hmm, what is it? What is it? What are you holding on to that is? There's something you're holding on to, and what is that? What is that exactly? Death. Three of Wands. Three of Discs. Okay, it seems to me that there's maybe a little bit of an injustice on the bottom. I think maybe you have always done things on your own or been the boss of it, I'll say, been in charge of the project, um, been the alpha. And what, so what is holding you back? What is that you have a transition to make from a solitaire or um, you're the only person in the project, or the only one that you're the boss of the project, into a ability to you need to capture the ability to be able to collaborate with people. Why you're hanging on to your solitaire, what do they call that? Your MO, your solitaire MO. Um, do you have this judgment card? This is like you're afraid that you're going, maybe your, the way you think, your train of thought, um, the way you do things. Maybe you feel as though it may be judged, but then remember, there's not everything has only one way to do it, right? Like, um, so your fear of judgment is actually your vulnerability here. You need to build up your confidence. This is what I see, and it feels to me that the confidence squashing is not necessarily coming totally from within. It seems to me that when you had to make the quick decision to take a little bit of an offshoot off of the path you were on, there was expectations applied upon you. And I think those expectations put you in a protective state where it was your way or the highway. And it feels to me that you use that as a ransom. I'm going to say that. It was used as a ransom. That if you were going to go this way, then you were going to dictate how it went. It's for that portion of your journey, it feels as though that served you well. But the that journey has now come to a. It seems to me like the closure of it um, is not a bad thing. It's just left you in a little bit of a uncertain, confused state. Okay. So, like I said, your advice here is not to get stuck in the grieving, but to embrace the new connections that await you, and allowing yourself to continue to grieve or to keep falling off the wagon and going back and looking at this again. It, there may be a little bit of chaos there that is not um, helpful. Like somebody throwing a wrench in, that'll be like that. But once you decide, it feels to me like once you decide to put your first foot forward, um, not blindly, I'll say that, not blindly. It seems to me that you want to go in to this next step well informed. Going into this next step, it will be the beginning of a new trajectory that may cause you to, like I said, you're going to have to learn to collaborate. So you're going to have to make decisions. You're going to have to be accommodating on those decisions as well. So you're going to have to be like negotiate. So that might be something you might want to think about learning how to do is negotiate. Okay. Again, my readings are timeless and for entertainment purposes only. I do hope everybody is having an awesome day. I want to thank everybody for stopping in and hanging out. This is our space. This is a safe space. Feel free to comment uh, if this resonates or anything at all, even maybe where you're watching from. The energy exchange is refreshing for me. And it helps the engagement of my channel, I'm going to be honest. Um, I'd love for you to stop back in again and have an awesome day. Namaste.